Good morning, guys. What's going on? Anthony with APC Adventure. I don't know what my laptop's doing, but I will let that cook. So we're at a former NYSHA site. I think they used to be... I forget what they used to be called, but they're taken over and they're ran by a different company. But this is building 34. There's 2 generators up there. I'll show you guys that in a minute, but you know, kind of make your own parking. No one really cares. So I have a key to this building. Today's a Friday. Today's the last day I'm here. We've had so many problems. It's not even funny. That's cool. That's great. Yeah, there's another building there. It's got a generator in it. Anything you see that has this blue building, that's the generator building. So let's see. There we go. Okay. What does that say? Generator fail. That's fantastic. What is that? Fail. Okay, you're seeing this with me first time. Let's see what we got. System status. Okay, so when you see that, stopped, key switch in auto, that's a good thing. I had a lot of problems where 2-wire start likes to stick. So basically, over here you have your 2-wire starts. It's a normally open contact. But when it closes, obviously it's calling for the generator to run. So I think they have this switch, that switch. So there's 2 in here. And then they have probably 4 more in this. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see the big guys? I don't know. I think these are like 1200 amp switches or something. Yeah, lots of fun. Let's see. Okay. Okay, let's see what we got. Aha! Ooh! Possible coolant leak? These are cool. These are custom enclosures. There's 2 generators in here because it's a MPS system, right? So, sir, there you go. No alarms. You're on auto. That's rare. I don't know why, but for some reason they've all been off. I don't know why, but wow. So look at that, 578 hours, right? I replaced this controller, I don't know, a couple months ago, I think. So it's ran almost 600 hours in a couple months. Let's see what we got over here. Ooh, that looks like a lot of water. Got nothing there, but look at all that. What is this one down for? Oh, that's that explains it. Low coolant level. Huh, wonder why. What I'll probably do is top it off and then either put a pressure tester up there or get the or run the generator and see how it does. Let me grab some tools. I'm going to check these over. We're going to do minor services here, so no oil change or anything like that. But all right, I'm going to throw this guy up there. Remember, if you guys are doing a pressure test, right, look at the cap. You see it says 20 pounds. You can overpressurize your cooling system. And if you do that, you're just going to create issues. So just be mindful of that before you do this kind of test. You hear that? Bam. Okay, we know we got a massive coolant leak. Let's do that. Okay, so that's very unfortunate, but we found it. So we need an upper hose for that cooling. I'm gonna turn that valve off real quick. Hopefully we're not gonna lose everything. All right. Can you guys even see in there? I have that hose that's got to be replaced. That's a fantastic spot for a coolant leak. All right, let's get to the van real quick. And I got a length of hose I could replace that with. That's even leaking down there. I'm actually glad that's easier. That's way easier than I thought it would be. So that's a good thing. So let's go grab some hose. Alright, I have my headlamp on, so hopefully the lighting is a little better. I don't know how I'm going to film this yet, but I got some hose, some clamps, some pig mats. I'm going to try to get in there and replace that hose. I also have to replace, or I shouldn't say replace, I got to turn this valve off over here so that anything that's in there hopefully won't leak. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet, but we will we'll see what happens. I might take, well, that's taking it off that way is the easy way out, right? I always say you want to try to do the hardest part first so that when you're finishing, the easy part's the only part left. So I might leave that for last and tackle in there first, and we'll see how that goes. I'm going to put you guys on the head mount, and hopefully it's okay. I don't know how easy it's going to be to get in there with you guys, so we'll give it a shot. If you guys can see, cool. I'll look at the footage and I'll see if it's actually worth leaving in the video or not. And then yeah, we'll go from there. Let's get this fixed, and we'll continue. But I want to get that fixed as soon as we can so that we can move on, because I put in 6 gallons. And if I did that, and it's still, oh, excuse me, if I put in 6 gallons and it's still low, it probably shit out all its coolant. I don't have, nope, they're in the van. Cool, go back to the van. Oh God, this is gonna suck. If all else fails, I will at least include some of the footage so you can see it, because I have a feeling this is gonna suck royally. So we'll see how this goes. Everything is like soaked. Okay, not that bad. Cool, I'm glad. Now, I'm trying to get the top guy off. This is what I'm talking about when you do the easy part first. Because now that's off. But now up here's got to come off. Unless, look at that. It literally just cracked off. I didn't even like, oh wow, look at this hose. Damn, no wonder. It was a ticking time bomb. All right. Sick. Thank God. What a pain in the ass. All right. Let's throw that guy down there. Put one of these on. Alright, that's not that bad. I got it. I just gotta tighten that clamp. So now, we got this, right? This is the easy part. Or I should say, this should be the easy part. The hose clamp. Get this on there. Okay. I'm just going to tighten it by hand. Right, so that should be okay. I should be able to now go to the pressure tester and throw some pressure in this thing, and it should hold. It's probably 6 psi. I mean, before I didn't even have 3 psi in it, and you saw all the coolant that came out of it, so I would say we're good to go. So whenever you're doing a pressure test, make sure you relieve this pressure first, otherwise this will explode in your face. So, we'll see. I'm going to grab some coolant. I'm also going to call the super and see if he can get someone to get some speedy dry over here and clean a lot of this up. I have a bag or two of speedy dry. Actually, I have a 5-gallon drum or 5-gallon pail. I don't know how much is in it. I will check and I'll pick you guys back up once I dump some coolant into this, and we'll start this up, see how much coolant we have, how much we can fill up, and then we'll go from there. For now, I'm going to put both of these in auto. I did that line. I fixed that coolant leak. We should be good there. Filled it up. I put 14 gallons in it. I don't know if that's enough to fill it. You can kind of see I bypassed that sensor for now because it's still showing low. I got to go get some more before I call it good. But it's good enough to run it. I'll keep my eye on it. But what's cool about this setup is that it's an MPS, right? So when I come in here, I don't know if it's in this room or yeah, there you go. On this PMSC. So yeah, stupid beeping. But I can actually start both generators from here. So let me turn my light off so that you can kind of see. Hopefully it doesn't bother you guys. But so what I'll do is go to here, generators, right? So I'll go to off, go to manual. You might be able to hear them start. There you go. Okay, there goes one. Number 2 didn't start. Okay, Gen 2 did not start. We'll shut them down and we'll go back out there and we'll start them individually. Alright, so some time has passed. Basically, I took a spark plug to do a spark test. I took a couple of these plug wires out, but if you see in there, you see how much rust is in there? But that doesn't really matter because we don't have spark anyway. Basically, I take the spark plug, throw it in the edge of the boot, and then you put it down here so that it'll ground out on the manifold, and you'll see the spark. If you do not see the spark, there's a sensor in that valley. Actually, you know what? Let me go on the other side. It's easier to see on the other side. Basically, there's a sensor up there that's called a mag pickup, right? And what it does is read off your flywheel. So, oh, am I a liar? Do I not see it? Where'd it go? Oh, it's down there. Oh, that's worse. That's worse to get to. You see that guy down there? That guy, we might have to readjust and see how close we can get that without hitting the flywheel. But basically, that reads off the flywheel, and if that's not reading properly, you're not going to get spark. So, what I'll do first is check the resistance of that sensor. I believe it's this plug here. Alright, there's a little 2-wire plug here. So I will check resistance across both of those. Let's see what we got. If you're planning on actually like probing these things like hard, just be careful of that. All I'm gonna do is go from one end to the other. Alright, you see that? You see we got, what, 862? That should be a good sensor. So what I'll try and do is just see if I can adjust it real quick. Guys, you're gonna see this live with me. What a pain in the ass, man. So that little sensor in there, I was fighting with that thing for a while. I adjusted it. I made sure that it's not a bad sensor still, because if you adjust it too much and you hit the flywheel, the sensor's bad. That little bag pickup over there, yeah, that's almost $1,000. I'm pretty sure that's like an $800 sensor. So we don't want to screw that up. But I'm going to give it a crank and hope for the best. Let's see what happens. Man, that feels good. I don't know if it's gonna need. I mean, I adjusted the sensor, so it should be all right. But I don't even care. It runs. Let's see if we can duplicate it. But now, if you look on here, I don't know if this will show actually, because technically we're in off and that gen's running manually, so it might not show it. Okay, so you can see that it says warmed up Gen 2. So, alright, I'm gonna let that run for a little bit. The battery for you guys, your battery is about to die, so let me replace that and yeah, we'll get going. Alright, it also looks like the coolant leak is no more with that line there. Hold on. Might be able to see better if I turn that on. So that's no more. I spoke to the guy about the coolant all over the floor, and hopefully someone's gonna come here shortly and help to try and clean this up. Yeah, you see all the freaking tools everywhere. I swear this was I had to call my oh yeah, that happened too. I don't know what that is, but I don't really care. But I spoke to the office to let them know, and I was like determined to get this thing running. I wasn't gonna let this thing sit because I know it's a simple fix. Literally all I have to do is adjust that sensor, but it killed me. I could not get that loose. I don't know if you can see in there of like, I almost rounded off this stupid thing, so I had to readjust. I used this guy because if you see, there is like a small Allen bolt that holds that in, and that piece slides out. So what I was able to do is slide that piece out and break it loose over here, where there's a lot more room than there was in there. So I like the way this enclosure is set up. It gives you lots of room to work, and you can literally see both generators right here. So it's a cool little setup. They're both 500s, so they're basically, it's a 1 meg setup. Yeah, so I struggled a bit with this guy trying to get that coolant leak fixed, and then once again trying to get that stupid sensor, you know, calibrated properly with not damaging it, because if we damage that sensor, yeah, I have another one on the van, but it wouldn't be a warranty thing if I'm the one who caused it to damage itself, you know. So I'm glad we avoided that. I'm probably gonna clean up all my shit because I have tools all over the place. I'm gonna wait for this guy, hopefully, to try to clean up some of the coolant, and yeah, we should be good to go. I hope you guys like this kind of, you know, the struggles of the repairs and shit like that, because I wasn't gonna include this. Usually, what happens when I get into a diag situation like this, I just kind of want to get it fixed, get it going, and you know, move on. But I kept you guys informed. Hopefully you guys are cool with that, and you get the idea of it. And yeah, like I said, I'm gonna clean up all my stuff, and we'll go from there. Maybe I'll let these things run for a little longer, or I'll probably pick you guys up when we're in the van doing some paperwork. So, all right, guys, I did it again. I didn't film an outro. I just got in the van, I did some paperwork, and I wanted to get home. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see how long the video is. It'll probably be a little longer than usual, but hopefully you guys are cool with that. So don't forget, you know, like, comment, subscribe. Hopefully you guys like what we're doing here, and we'll see you next week. Enjoy the traffic.